Welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how you can apply style transfer to a live camera preview in Flutter Android application using Media 3 and Camera X as well as TensorFlow Lite. So let's get started. So first I'll show you some image. Now I will be using native code for this because there is no third-party library available for this. So inside my Android I'll show you the code later on. Just concentrate on what I'm telling right now. Inside the assets folder I have two images, this oil.png as well as this style.jpg. Now suppose I want to transfer style of this particular image to a live camera preview. So that's what we will be doing. So let me show you guys the output so that things would be more clearer for you. So first it asks me for camera permission. I'll just give the camera permission, and here you can see this is the live camera preview, so I can just move my camera as well. So it has applied the I think it used the first image, the oil.png one, not the style.jpg, but yeah, anyways, doesn't really matter. And now if I just click on take photo as well, it captures the photo and display it inside an image view. So here you can see. So let's see how to achieve this. So first you need to create a Flutter project. Now this will be only an Android specific tutorial, but if you require an iOS one, do let me know in the comments. Then here we have this main.dart file. Okay, these are all the imports which you need to add first. Now this my camera view, I have created a separate file for this. So instead of fluttapp2, you will need to write your own project name. Here you can see my project name is fluttapp2. Rest, this is the boilerplate code which is present by default. So here is our homepage widget, which is a stateful widget. Here if I'm just checking whether the platform is Android, and here is our method channel. Then inside the init state, if platform is Android, then we just call get camera permission. Then here we invoke a method called get camera permission. So if you want, you can write like use a third-party library for getting the camera permission, but even for camera permission I have written native code. So it's completely up to you what you want to do. Then once we get the camera permission, then we just change the state of this particular variable. Then here inside the build method, if camera permission is granted, then we just display a safe area with this my camera view, else we display a safe area with text saying give camera permission. So here is my camera view.dart file. So here we have imported dart.io. Then here we have Flutter material as well as Flutter services. Then here we have a stateful widget as well. Here is our method channel of camera view, and here is our image URL which is empty. Then this is the creation params as well. Now if platform is Android and image URL is not equal to empty, then we display the image using this image.file widget, and here we just pass the file image URL to a file. Else we use the Android view. So the Android view will contain the live camera view as well as the capture photo button which you saw, and the view type is camera view, and we get a callback over here. So this callback will fetch the image URL over here, and here you can see we set the image URL, and for all other platform we just display a placeholder. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Then you need to go to the Android folder. You need to go to first app, you need to go to build.gradle.kts, and here you need to add this dependencies block. Here you need to add camera core, then camera 2, camera lifecycle, camera view. Then this media 3 effect is still in alpha at the time of me recording this video. If it does become stable, make sure you use the stable version. Then here is media 3 effect 1.8.0, then LiteRT support API, LiteRT GPU as well as LiteRT, and here is our constraint layout as well. Then just go to main, and inside this you need to create an assets folder, and inside that you need to add the images for which you want to do style transfer. So here I have tried with this two, but you can take whatever image you feel like. Now here are the TensorFlow Lite models which you need to add as well. So in the pinned comment you will find the link to where you can find this TensorFlow Lite models. Okay, then you need to go to Android manifest.xml. Here you need to add this uses feature of Android hardware camera permission as well as write external storage permission. Then here you need to go to Kotlin, and firstly you need to create this file style transfer effect. Now here you need to copy your own package name. So whatever you see over here inside main activity, just paste it over here as well. Rest you can just copy paste what you see on the screen. Now this I have just copied it from the Socialite repo of Android repository. So even I don't really understand it, so I'll simply scroll through this. Feel free to pause the video and just copy the code. So here you can see we are referencing the TensorFlow Lite models. So TensorFlow Lite is now renamed as LiteRT. in case if you don't know. So again, I'm simply scrolling through this. Feel free to pause the video and just copy this code. Okay, now there is one more thing over here which I want to tell you. So if I show, when I showed you guys the output, I was applying the style transfer effect to the entire live camera preview, right? But what if you want to only apply it to certain section of your live camera? So here you can play around with this numbers. So if you just use this instead of this, you comment this out and uncomment this, then it will only apply the style transfer to the first half of the live camera preview. So you can play around with this, all these values. Okay, let's come back to main activity, and here you can see these are all the imports which you need to add. Then here, this is the code for getting the camera permission. Here we are requesting the camera permission, and here we is a variable method just to check whether we have the required camera permission. Then here we override configure Flutter engine, where we register our platform view factory. So here we reference another Kotlin file, and this name is also important. Whatever you have used on Dart side, make sure you use the same name. So here is our Kotlin file, which I will again show you shortly. Then here we have a method channel where we pass the camera permission, and if the method name is get camera permission, then we just request the camera permission, which internally calls this particular thing once the user accepts the permission. Now coming back to this my camera view factory, so you need to create this particular Kotlin file. Now this is boilerplate code which you have to write every time you want to embed a native Android view inside your Flutter application. So yeah, feel free to pause the video and just copy all this code. So again, I'm not like explaining much, but important thing is here we are referencing another Kotlin file called my camera view. So here we have this my camera view.kt file. Again, these are all the imports. This is the package name. These are all the imports. So I'll simply scroll through this. Feel free to pause the video and just copy all these imports. Then here is our image capture. Here is our process camera provider. Then we initialize constraint layout, our preview view, as well as our button. Then here is our method channel as well. Then here we use our camera executor service. Here is the file name format variable. Then here we set layout params to our constraint layout. We initialize constraint set as well. Then we add our viewfinder to our constraint layout. Then we constrain the viewfinder to all sides of the screen. Then here we set the text background color, text color as well to our button, and add our button to our constraint layout, and we constrain it to the bottom of the screen, and we add a click listener to our button. Then we call setup camera. Then inside setup camera we call start camera. We initialize our camera executor. Then here inside take photo, which is called on button click, first we set the name for our image. Then we use content values dot apply by passing the display name, MIME type, and if Android version greater than P, we also set the relative path. Then here we have the image capture dot output file options, and then we do image capture dot take picture. So here we override on image saved. So once the image is saved, we send the URI of the image back to Flutter side. But here you can see we need to get the path from the URI, so that's what I'm referencing over here. Then we shut down our camera executor, unbind our camera provider as well. Then here we override get view, from which we return constraint layout. Then inside dispose we shut down our camera executor. Inside start camera we initialize our aspect ratio strategy, our resolution selector. Then here is our process camera provider. Then we add a listener to it, we get our camera provider. Then we initialize the preview view. Then we initialize the image capture as well. Then we initialize our camera selector. Then here we initialize use case group dot builder, add the preview use case as well as image capture. Then we initialize the media 3 effect. Then here we set the effect. So here we just use byte buffer GL effect, passing in our bitmap, and here we just use style transfer effect. So here it should be the name of the image which you are using. Then we add the media 3 effect or use case group builder. We unbind our camera provider, we bind it to the life cycle over here. So yeah, that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye.